This is the wrap-up of the live market open for Tuesday, October 13th. But we're seeing lots of action in markets. The recent developments are Chinese trade balance came out worse than expected, especially imports dropped for the 11th consecutive month, a drop of 17% in yuan terms or 20% in US dollar terms. That has weighed on the Aussie and darkened mood in markets. Aussie dollar slipping below 73, losing the highs 72.80, 72.77 is the critical level to watch for the Australian dollar. In Germany, we had weak inflation figures as well. CPI was confirmed at low levels, and the WPI, the wholesale price index, came out at disappointing levels. We're expecting later the ZOO economic indicator that is expected to be positive, but because of Volkswagen, it could be negative. Euro dollar made a nice move today above 114, up to 114.10, but fell back down again. Critical resistance at 114.60, support at 113.75, more importantly, perhaps 112.90. Bigger story today is the British pound. So this is a rise and a fall. The rise is related to a big deal in the beer market. Anheuser-Busch InBev is going to buy SAB Miller. SAB Miller is based in the UK. This is supportive of the British pound. So we had this rise up here, up to 153.87, but then falling all the way down because inflation data missed. Most importantly, CPI dropped 0.1% year over year. So that's the big disappointing news. It's important to note that, as in many cases, the move began before the release. Okay, so now we fell to 152.51. Let's see what's expecting us ahead. We have Ian McCafferty speaking in around 2 hours' time, and it'll be very interesting to watch if you react to these figures and it becomes less hawkish or not. What else do we have on our agenda today? For the wrap, we have, these are the main events: inflation, German, and McCafferty. At night, we have Chinese inflation data for those of you trading the Australian dollar and the Westpac consumer sentiment. And let's also take a look at other currencies and see what's going on. Risk aversion mood, dark mood, safe haven flows. This supports the yen, which is at the bottom of the range, very narrow range, around 120. Continues hugging this level for many days. It's a bit frustrating, but we know that afterwards we might see an explosion. Dollar CAD, Canadian dollar was weaker. We had this double bottom at 129, and now it's higher. Australian dollar under 73, Kiwi dollar under 67. Less appetite for risk, less appetite for commodity currencies, more appetite for safe haven flows. The euro, the yen, and in part the US dollar. The big questions remain: to hike or not to hike. We have we have more Fed speak this week. We have more stuff later from the US economy and the retail sales, inflation, things like that. So I think we can have quite a few interesting movements later on this week. We're already seeing traders come back from the vacation and move markets quite a lot. So I think that's all for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming, for asking questions. Keep the questions coming. It's we're here to talk, have the community participate as every morning. We'll be here also tomorrow at 8 GMT, as always, covering previous events, looking forward, covering charts. Thank you for, we'll look at the Swedish krona as well to see if this move is sustained. And well, so I guess that's it for today. Thank you very much, everybody, and safe trading. Goodbye.